guilty of crime.
All right, let's hope that today everything goes the way it should. Welcome, everybody. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Are we all good? I know Wes wanted to chime in there. I could hear him in the background. So I see Panda Sleper over here. Don't know who that is, but what's up? Loud and clear. Thank you. What's up? What is going down? You guys, it's Friday. It's a very good Friday. I don't know why the dogs are or chiming in, but I think I might get started with playing that quick video for you because Jennifer Soto has been found. And that footage came from our own rock star Bree. I'm so glad that Bree got that. You know why? Because she does a lot of the FOIAs. Now, Carly does them too, but she does most of them. And just recently I said, I got a feeling some things are going to come out and we got to get those. We got to get those, guys. We got to get those. And just in the nick of time, she got that of Stephanie Soto's house. And if you guys didn't notice, Juan's in there, everybody. You guys don't know Juan, but now you're going to know him. I didn't realize that Juan was as old and kind of the way he was moving. I did not realize that. So we're going to get into that. We're going to do that. Oh, it's Friday. I always feel better on Friday, right? And my house is getting torn apart right now and rebuilt. So blessed am I. All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have Tracy Helms as a new member. Welcome. I don't know why these are coming up so big. I still haven't figured this StreamYard thing out just yet, but I will. And I know you guys, not only do I love to see your faces, but I am sure you love to see yourself on the big screen with the nice comments on there. So welcome, Samantha. And a lot of people I see here aren't in green. So either you're new. If you are, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications. Yes, Wanda, you're right. Bree rocks. We're going to start with that first one. I want to show you. Everybody's asked me that question. This is the $1 million question. Where the heck is Jennifer Soto? Well, guess what? This is where Jennifer Soto is, guys. I'm going to play this right from my channel. Now, I have it uploaded on my channel so that you guys can go ahead. If you're a YouTuber, go ahead and stream it. Do whatever you want with it. There are some redacted parts that get black in there. We can always just fast forward through it. No big deal. And, of course, you love your girl Jane, Guilty of Crime. So if you feel the need to shout out, if you're using it, go ahead. If not, I promise you, I won't crucify you. But just get this content out. Where's Jennifer Soto? This is where Jennifer Soto is. And Juan's there too, guys. Robin says, whatever happened to Jen's father? He's there. He's right there. His name's Juan, and he's there. He went back and forth. He went to Puerto Rico for a bit and then was back in New York. He's there. Let's go. Let's go, because we still got this to react to. I also have something I want Deception Detective to react to. So I posted it for 6 o'clock for Sebastian Rogers. I have this audio of Chris Proudfoot saying some nasty things. Oh my God. Yes, let's arrest Jennifer Soto. Let's hit play on this real quick. There's no sound for a minute or so. It's just them driving. It's the officers driving there, body cam footage. Some people would say that they would attribute this to whoever, I don't know if it was Plunder or allegedly or whatever. Whoever it was, that's not where we got it from. We got it from Guilty of Crime and Bree. So thank you, Bree. There it is. Right. This is Stephanie Soto's house where Jennifer Soto's staying and hiding out, guys. Oh, let me pause it real quick. All right, let's go back. Maybe you guys haven't heard of, and maybe you have. Hold on, me. All right, do you see how they rolled up to that van that they just rolled up to in there in the parking lot, guys? That is Juan's van, you guys. Do you guys know who Grandpa Juan is? Grandpa Juan is Madeline Soto's grandpa, Stephanie's dad, Jennifer Soto's dad. He's the man that bought the condo and let Jen Soto live there. He's also the man that Jen Soto blamed for making her have roommates when that, in fact, is not true. And yes, he drives a camper van because he was traveling around the US and being like a lot of people that get older want to do. A lot of people get older and they want to drive around. So in that driveway, that's Grandpa Juan's camper van. If you don't know, now you know. I bet you a lot of people didn't know that because they don't even know the family. There you go. That's Juan's traveling van, and you're going to see him in the background in just a second. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership, and if you have the means to donate, please do. Against all logic, what's up? Roxana says, I'm the silent watcher, but always here. Love your content and your take on the case. We need Jennifer arrested. In fact, we do. Let's keep that for a second and let's go. All right, let me hit the play button. So that's his camper out there. So many people might not know that because they don't really know the family well. There you go. There's Grandpa Juan's camper sleeper van. Look at how close those houses are. It looks like a condo. I wonder where they put the evil potato, guys. Look at the evil potato.
How's it going? Are you sister?
Yes.
I assume you are. You guys.
That actually looks a lot bigger than it did, right? That house looked bigger when she opened it. All right, you guys, she looks like she lost some weight. Do you remember who Stephanie is? Stephanie is the one that was in Grandma's lobby when Madeline Soto was missing. Stephanie was one of the ones that called 911. Grandma called and she called. They called 3 times together. It looks like a nice house. That's where Jen Soto is, folks. I'm not telling anybody to go over there and mess up go dox her out or anything, but let's arrest the potato. That potato's hiding out in that beautiful house, guys. And you're going to see Grandpa Juan hobble over there in just a minute. We love you, Grandpa Juan. I'm sorry you're hobbling. And we're sorry that your daughter's a piece of garbage potato. All right, Stephanie does look like she lost weight, though. And I don't blame her one bit.
Very similar.
Oh, yeah.
So, whose van is that out there?
It's my dad's.
Grandpa
What is
Juan.
that? Just like a little.
It's like his traveler van, but he could open it for you.
Okay.
Oh, it's just open. You can just let it out.
So when did you guys last hear from her?
Oh,
I dropped her off at her house.
Poor
last
Grandpa.
night. It was a birthday party at my mom's house, and I brought her off 8:30 ish.
Yeah.
All right, so you heard it from the mouth of the horse, guys. She literally just said that. Now, Jen Soto is not making an appearance, Avis. Spoiler alert. Did you hear what they just said? This is the day after. This is 2/27/2024. 8:30 is when Stephanie dropped Madeline Soto off at Jen Soto's condo. That's where she left her at 8:30. Stephan Sterns creeped right in, did the do, whatever he did to her. Jen came home maybe 30 minutes later, if that, and then Madeline's life was taken. So this is the day after, all right? But this is where Jen's staying. If you guys recognize this area because you're from Florida, that's where she's hiding out, folks. So listen up and watch Mr. I'm going to go back just a little bit so you can hear that one more time.
Where did you guys last hear from her?
I dropped her off at her house last night. It was her birthday party at my mom's house, and I brought her off 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah. No recent arguments with family members or friends, or
As far as I know,
no boyfriends or anything like that.
I don't think so. No.
Oh, so nice setup.
Is there any updates? Do you know?
No, not that I know. Orange County is the one working everything, so I don't know what all they're doing. They just sent us out to their house to see if she maybe walked back, came back, or what's going on. So she said that you guys live close by, so I figured I.
All right, so there's Grandpa Juan. We've seen some pictures. He does love Maddie, in my opinion. And Stephan Sterns did not document any abuse until Grandpa Juan moved out. Grandpa Juan was in the downstairs room, and when he left, Stephan fully moved in all ways on Madeline Soto and fully moved in his stuff. That's when Jen Soto took the downstairs and Juan left in his camper. And I'm surprised they didn't get rid of some of those kids' faces, but we've seen them already in the video at the grandma's tax service. So this is where Jen Soto is, folks. I hope they arrest her too, but she's staying in this nice house. We're out there every day thinking about Madeline Soto, fighting for justice, and this is where she is. And I wonder if the neighbors see her hobbling around that neighborhood.
Come out here and check with you guys.
Yeah.
Check the house if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
So if you guys want to show me a little tour.
Yeah, man. All right, this is where they block stuff out. They don't want people in the house. This is a very small body cam. The other body cam that we got it a little bit after allegedly speculating did. And before I keep going on it, I just want to pause it for a second. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Minnesota girl, for the $4.99 super sticker. I appreciate you, and Mummy Moo Moo and all of the folks that are in here watching from the UK and wherever you're watching from. I want you to know right now, Grandpa Juan loved his baby girl and did not rent those rooms out. That was Jen Soto. They haven't lost the Venetian condo, but it's going to be hard to sell, you guys. It might be back up for sale. I think we should take a look at it. But it's not. They didn't lose their condo. Grandpa Juan paid cash for that many moons ago, guys. All right. So again, thank you so much for everything you guys do. Hashtag arrest Jen Soto. And thank you, Foxy Amazon, for being a member with us for 4 months. All right. Now, this footage came along with the other footage that everybody was so excited about the other day, and me as well, where they walked up to the door and saw Jen and Stephan, and Jen was doing this with their phone. That's where this came from. They gave it to us in a batch. And when things like that happened, it means something bigger is happening. So I just want you guys to know something bigger is happening soon. I can feel it. And I have the documentation of the people on the witness list. I don't know if they're going to go any more on here. I think that might be it. That was it, right, Bree? Oh, wow. What's obsession? What's up, my girl, Kelly? Justice for Maddie. You got it. You got it. All right. So there is that footage, what you missed, uncovering Jen Soto secrets of the body cam. Justice for Maddie. I'm going to play that one more time without interrupting, just because I want you to see where Jennifer Soto's staying. Maybe you guys will recognize it. Maybe you have friends there that have cameras that might see her walking the neighborhood. I don't know that area at all. So I wish I did, because if it were in San Jose, I know what the neighbors look like in the neighborhoods. Welcome, What's Obsession, Kelly. I love you, girl. I can't wait for you to do another take on this case. Last time Kelly did take on the follow the money, I did a reaction, and girlfriend, let me tell you, Kelly, I got thousands of people loving that video. So thank you very much. All right, you're late, but I'm gonna play this one more time. This is the day after 2/27. If you heard what they said, they just said that they dropped her off. They dropped Madeline Soto. Oh, it goes back to that. There's like one quick clip. Let me see. It doesn't show anything really. One quick, let me hit play and then I'll go back. That's it. They just walk outside, and I uploaded this to my channel so that you guys can watch it from there. So apologize that those things are in the way. I'm playing one more time just so you get the full understanding. This was on 2/27. Stephanie dropped Maddie off 8:30. Stephan got there between 8:30 and 9. He had a good hour and a half, if we believe them, with Maddie to do as he pleased. He had her take a shower and all that other stuff. Got her in her nest. What's up, Roy? My man, I love your heart for the victims. You're simply the best. Thank you so much. I can use some love today. Hit the like button, guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys saw me on the vertical earlier. Verticals bring trolls. What did someone call me? Like a pencil head or a paintbrush head? I don't know. It's all good. All right, let me play that one more time for those of you that missed it, and then we're gonna get into our next segment. This is the day after Maddie went missing. 2/27 right here, guys. And there's no sound here. Gringa, my girl, Jay, have you discussed the derivative use immunity and how that affects police ability to potentially charge Jen with something at some point? My girl, Gringa, I absolutely have. I have several videos on the derivative. So yes. Yes, I do. Oh, wow, I didn't even see you. Thank you.
How's it going? Are you sister?
Yes.
I assume you are. You guys look very similar.
Oh yeah.
So, whose van is that out there?
It's my dad's.
What is that? Just like a little.
It's like his traveler van, but he could open it for you.
Okay.
Oh, I see. So you can just let it out.
All right, and I promise I won't pause it anymore. If you're still here, Kelly, I want you to know, for all the people that go on your channel when you do cover this and they ask you where Jennifer Soto is, that's where she is. Now, that's a pretty big house, but right now they're all shacked up. You got Juan there, and I'm sure he's there because he doesn't want to miss anything that happens with Maddie, right? If there's court, which court and trial and pre-hearings are coming up, and we're going to talk about that because I do have that PDF witness list. So anybody that wants to know, there you go. You got the whole family protecting Jennifer Soto. I don't know why. I wish they were doing the opposite of that.
So when did you guys last hear from her?
I dropped her off at her house last night. It was her birthday party at my mom's house, and I dropped her off 8:30-ish.
Yeah. No recent arguments with family members or friends, or
as far as I know,
no boyfriends or anything like that.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's a nice setup.
Is there any updates? Do you know?
No, not that I know.
Man.
Orange County is the one working everything, so I don't know what all they're doing. They just sent us out to their house to see if she maybe walked back, came back, or what's going on. So she said that you guys live close by, so I figured I'd come out here and talk with you guys. Check the house if you guys are okay with that.
Oh, man.
If you guys want to show me a little tour.
All right, they're gonna blank it out. We're all good. It is what it is. Yeah, this was almost a year ago, but my point to this whole story is this is where Jen is. She's been here from day one. They've been shielding her. I mean, I guess that's what you do with family, and I guess maybe they believe her. You guys, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I do want to show you something. I'm going to come back to a different topic after. I'm going to react to I'm going to react to Paula to Paula's video. But where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I have a PDF of the witness list, and I got to tell you guys, I wish you were around. Do you remember Gerard? Is it Gerard or Gerald? I always get confused. Hold on real quick. Let me get this out there. There's a Belmore, Gerald Belmore, and the other lady's name. All right, they're on this witness list. My whole point is they're on the witness list. They were two of the people, one that called in. Do you remember how there were people that called in, you guys? There was one guy named Thomas that called in and he had to keep calling in. The reason he had to keep calling in was because the cops dismissed what he was saying. All right, so the reason I'm pulling that up is because it's more paperwork coming, because guess what's coming? The trial and the pre-hearings. I wonder if she still stays medicated. Oh yeah, absolutely. She absolutely stays medicated. She'll go through withdrawals if she's not medicated. And I really doubt, losing a daughter, they're going to drop her off her medication, you guys. Okay, so Belmore. I don't know where I might have missed it. I'm gonna find it now. Now I talked to this lady. I love her. She's such a sweetheart. Do you remember Gerald? He was on there. He talked like he was from New Jersey. He was like, "Yeah, I saw that guy's car." There was two people that saw Stephan Sterns' car. Okay, two people that saw him have a flat tire. One of them is Thomas, and he's the one that went back in and made sure that they found Madeline Soto's body. And then there was another one named Gerald Belmore. Okay. No, it's not Walter. I have it right here. It's not Walter. Anyhow, I talked to that lady. They got them on there. Now, Thomas Karras is the number one hero in my book, and I have him labeled as a hero on one of my other episodes that I'm going to do. But I'm going to show you who I'm talking about now. And I'm friends with this lady. I'm friends with this guy's wife. So I maybe will get some inside information. Maybe I'll even get an interview with her. I think I did this backwards because they got sent to me. Okay, here it is. It's Gerald, not Walter, Gerald Belmore. Barbara Belmore and Gerald Belmore. Now, I'm sure there's a Walter, but he is not on this list, guys. So let me tell you right now, there are lists out there. There are witness lists I don't have access to. I'm working on getting, and there are depositions that they're planning. Okay, and it's all coming up because they're getting ready for the trial. Let me just start with the paperwork and show it to you quickly, because you know how much I love legal jargon and paperwork. While you guys all chat, there's 670 people in here. That's the most I've had in a long time, guys. I don't know if the algorithm is it's killing it because it's justice for Madeline Soto or what, but you guys rock. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. And quick question. Thank you, Gringa, for being a member for 1 month. First of all, I'm going to say prayer for Madeline Soto. Second question, I'm going to just, while I'm reading this paperwork, if you guys can, if you like my headphone, if you want me to go back to wearing these headphones, hit a 1 in chat. If you like that, my new Apple Pod things, hit a 2. I'm going to get back to reading this. I'll look for the 1s and the 2s. And Sharon, hello, my love. 1, if you want me to go back to these headphones. 2, if you want me to just keep these guys in. All right. Let me know. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. All right. Let's go through this paperwork real quick. I'm going to bring this bigger just so you guys can see it. All right. 1 and 2. A lot of you guys like these ones, huh? All right. I could get down with that. I can get down with that. Hey, some people, you're the boss, whatever makes you more comfortable. I love being the boss. All right. I'm the hostess with the mostest, guys. Okay, get ready. Depositions are coming. Pre-trial hearings, supposed trial. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I love you. So I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to get pushed out, but we're making leeway in this case when you see paperwork like this happening. So they're taking depositions of these people. We got the information here. I will drop this in the I'll drop it in the Patreon for you so you can look at it yourself, okay? So I got quite a few people on Patreon. So this is all the legal jargon. Public defender Elizabeth Burden, and then Robert Wesley. So these are Stephan Sterns, the public defenders, I'm assuming. Come now, the defendant named above, thoroughly signed the attorney, legal jargon, legal jargon. All right. State of Florida. Then we got some more and more notice of cancellation of deposition. Karen Vanderveen. They canceled that. I wonder what that's about. Let me know in chat if you guys remember who Karen Vanderveen is and why they canceled that. But I think they're adding her back. Okay, so then we're gonna go to the next page. More notice of taking depositions. Now this is a Zoom deposition, and this is Meredith McCaskill. I think she's going to be, let me take a look, undersigned attorney, and herewith gives notice of taking depositions of the below individuals for Office of Public Defender, 9th Judicial Video Deposition or in person, Courthouse 1. This one might be an expert here, guys. Please be governed accordingly. I do certify yada yada legal jargon. I think she might be an expert or something. I'm going to look in chat and then I'll read you guys the other witnesses. And thank you so much, Cheech, for being a member for 9 months. Can't wait until everything happens. Me too. And you know I'm here to cover it with you guys. I'm here for you. And Diaz, my girl, what's up? I love your hair. And the tats. You can't mess with the tats. Diaz, you're a fam. I got a lot of family members with the last name Diaz, all a bunch of Cubans. My girl, Diaz, thank you for the $9.99 super sticker. Who's ready for this thing to go to court, you guys? Who's ready for that? Yeah, there's 700 people in here. Okay. If you guys don't remember these people, we're going to dig into them even further. Yeah. Cuban, baby, Cuban. All right, you got all the people of color here. I don't want to. So Sassy Cassie says, "Is it possible that Maddie had a fight with Jennifer Soto for not being at her birthday, then threatened going to the cops over SA because Jen? All of that's on the table. I think Sassy Cassie, it all comes down to, I think it all comes down to jealousy." Between Stephan Sterns, Jen Soto, and Maddie, because I don't think she was pregnant, guys. And if it comes out that that's truth, then hey, I'll eat my words. Thank you, Minnesota girl. Rosie says, I'm ready. First time you cover a restaurant, so like now, can't wait for the day for justice is coming. All right. I hope we can too, but we're going to do this together and we're going to cover it. All right. All right, let me read this and then we'll hop out. We got so much more. All right, guys, these are my friends. All of these people are my friends, in my opinion, because we're on the side of Madeline Soto. Now, here are the people you guys want to remember, okay? Because this is going to be where the most information comes out. In these depositions, we've got Barbara and Gerard Belmore. those people you'll remember. I have a video coming out next week, and you'll remember who they are when we play a little of their interviews. Now, Mariela Alejandro is also on that list. Now, isn't Mariella one of Jen Soto's either roommates or friends? Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, Thomas Karras is here. That's our hero, folks. Thomas Karras is absolutely the hero, in my opinion. We're going to also play that again. We got a James Carpenter, which I don't recognize. Brittany De Stefano. Does anyone recall who Brittany is? Thank you, Kimberly Johnson, my girl. Thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. And Nancy Jean, you're my Florida girl. Walter did not get called for a deposition. Okay, you're right, Nancy. It wasn't Walter. It was Gerald Belmore, not Walter. I can see that. I have it on the screen right now. So thank you anyway for the $1.99 super sticker. I was confusing Walter with Gerald, but I do have Gerald. I have his interview with the officers. Thank God he didn't get called for that, right? Thomas Karras did. Thomas Karras is our other hero. And thank you, Deanna D, or we'll just call you Dee Dee, whatever you prefer, for becoming a member. I promise you will not be disappointed. All right. Jay, buy Reese a hot cocoa with marshmallows. Oh, girl, I'll buy one, make one, drink one, all the above with her. Love that girl. My daughter's on a play date right now, guys. She's on a Friday play date. She went to a volleyball game and with her friend and friend's mom. They went and watched a volleyball game, and she's out there with her little $20 bill and her iPhone, being a big 10-year-old baller. So bless her heart. I love my daughter. All right, guys. I don't know who. Oh no, this is Angela DeLuca, and then Elizabeth Ellis. We have to dig this up, Bree. We got to dig these names up and find some snippets of the conversation. But I did want to show you that with the depositions coming on 2. Oh, this is coming up next week, y'all. 2/3/2025, then 2/18 and 2/21. So we're making progress, guys. We also have Madison Brady, and I heard her conversation earlier on Plunder, so we'll get into that, just not today. Italo Brett, and then Kenneth Dell. These people, I'm not sure. I know Madison Brady is one of the teachers. These are the teachers, right? All right, so this is the last list of witnesses. Those are the teachers, guys. So I don't know how much they're going to have more than we've already heard, but this is going to be interesting, and they're definitely making way. Yeah, let's do it for Maddie and JL. Let's hit that like button. Por favor. I really like that you said that. Yeah, Italo Brett's a teacher. These are all so is Madison. Madison is a teacher also. Oh, Frank Reeve, I'm here, but no, I'm not no interest. I want to see Sterns in court with all the details revealed. I also want to see Jen charged. Yes, we want justice for Maddie, is what you're saying. All right, so I'm going to pull that down. I just want to let you guys know we're doing our work over here, guilty of crime. Bree and I think we talked all day long about what we are doing, what was happening in this case, how to move forward. Now let's talk about Stephan Bitch Sterns being rehoused on medical because he was heat-related illness, guys. So welcome, and Paula, you know I love you. No matter what you think of me, I love you. And man, you're just a good woman. You put out the best content, and I hope one day when I grow up, I can be just like you, Paula. All right, so she's using that body cam footage that we also have. I'm going to say thank you to Allegedly Speculating for bringing that to our attention, but we now have our own, and I'm going to thank Paula for this. So let's get on to this topic. Screw that Stephan Sterns, guys. I'm going to even fix my hair. Look at that. It goes in and out. All right, let's go. Let's listen up. Let's talk about Stephan Cacti Peen Sterns.
Stephan Sterns is just not having the best time in jail at all. It appears he's getting worse. He's almost been in jail in Florida for about a year now. I received updated information about Stephan Sterns' jail file. So I want to tell you about all the information I got directly from Osceola County, the jail down there in Florida. I want to talk about him being rehoused to medical on January 18th. 2025. So that was just 4 days ago for some sort of heat-related illness. I want to talk about Sterns talking with his mom on the phone, particularly for 1 whole hour in 4 15-minute increments in October, the lack of other people apparently Sterns is talking to. I want to talk about the weirdo who has given him money. I want to talk about his dad giving him money and the amounts he's getting. And we can talk about Sterns' books being taken away and much more. So it appears Sterns is getting worse as he awaits his time in jail for his next hearing, which is scheduled for February 12th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Now that's a pre-trial hearing on the CSAM case, not the more serious case.
Okay, so the CSAM's always going to come first, guys. Remember that. Yeah, that guilty pickle. Remember that, because that was the first reason that they got him, was for the CSAM. They knew they had a feeling that this couple was being a bunch of weirdos, and they wanted to arrest Jen real bad. Trust me, right? They wanted to arrest Jen, but they didn't have the right solid information just yet. So this is awesome. Is it true he got beat up? Let's keep listening. Sorry, Paula. I paused her on a weird look at her face.
They're both serious. They're both horrible cases, don't get me wrong. The other case is scheduled for later in the year. We don't know if any of these hearings will be delayed. You know, I'm checking the docket down there in Florida all the time.
They will.
So will he be able to even appear in court for his pre-trial hearing on the CSAM case for all these horrific crimes he perpetrated, he is alleged to have perpetrated against his girlfriend's 13-year-old daughter, Madeline Soto. Now, we took a look at this footage previously, the body cam footage, and I've been FOIAing up the wazoo. I wrote
so have we.
Paragraphs of like at least 9 things. I believe we're missing more videos, more everything from this case. We'll see what we get. But anyway, Sterns is toughing it out down there, little spoiled guy that he is, for nearly a year in the jail. Now, this jail he's been in since March 1st. Remember, he was whining during that transport video? March 1st. It was earlier in the morning. It was prior to Madeline's body being located. And Sterns is whining to the transport officer about, his core body temperature dropped at least.
Yeah, I can't stand this guy. I think someone wanted me to go over that footage. I think if I recall, Bree, I think you sent me that footage of the transportation. Let me know. Yeah, now that's interesting, Nancy. We're trying to figure that out too, because Nancy, he's saying heat related. It's 38 degrees in Kissimmee. How is it heat related? I wonder what that's about. We're going to keep finding out. We're going to listen some more. And we're also going to find out who the F is sending him money. Do you guys think it has to do with the CSAM? And do you think that the police should have a giant investigation team to find out people that are calling him, people that are giving him money on the books, to find out if they're involved also in the CSAM scandal? Because there were lots of children involved in that, guys. So I think they should be worried about that, in my opinion. And I hope they have a team that's assembled. I'd do it for free.
At least 1 or 2 degrees, whatever he was saying. It's hard to hear and understand him because of the tone of his voice and how he kind of whispers. He takes on a persona where he's hoping people will have sympathy for him or feel sorry for him. He was complaining to that transport officer about only having like a little toilet paper roll or something like that to lay on, no pillow. You think they're supposed to do something like that? He had the nerve to ask the officer.
I'm gonna make it warm for you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you feel that?
Oh, wait.
Okay. How's the temperature feel?
Better than it was.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't know why they don't do that. Why don't they just kind of like at least give you a blanket?
My core temperature.
Good. My core temperature.
Like a degree or 2 lower than it should have been.
Wow.
Could regulate sleeping on bare metal. The first night I was on
concrete floor with a roll of toilet paper for a pillow and nothing else. Begging for a blanket or a pad.
I know it's hard to hear sometimes, but he's talking about being on a concrete floor with just a pillow. Now, it's interesting that they rehoused to medical because a heat related illness in jail. I'm wondering if that did have to do with something with the water that they did or the showers. And I wonder if someone did that on purpose to mess with them because nobody, and I mean nobody, likes that guy. I'm really surprised that this guy that's transporting him is being as nice as has. Now, if you guys think of something, how a heat related, I'm going to look that up. But if you think of anything, let me know. Now, I had an odd thought. April says, and was wondering what y'all think. I wonder if in the sick world of trading and selling CSAM, if Maddie's awful material is worth more money. There's a good possibility, April. You know that there's sick people out there that also want to see DEAD involved in that. So there's a good possibility, and I hope every sick mother effer gets caught. Let me look up what the heck's a heat related illness in 38 degrees.
Sleep on for like 2 days.
It's
They're supposed to do something like
Oof.
Listen.
That sounds rough, man.
I can't believe some people who are accused of the most heinous crimes perpetrated against another person. You know, when they say man's inhumanity to man, or just the worst evil, the claims of what he did to Maddie are horrific. And for Sterns to literally fix his mouth to say, oh, my core body temperature was dropping, and I don't think he maybe had a blankie or a pillow, and he was kind of sleeping on a hard concrete or bed or whatever. You know, it was kind of like boo-hoo, right? Well, it seems.
Okay, screw this guy, Stephan Sterns. Let me tell you real quick. And what's up, Carlette Randolph? I'm late, but I made it to your live. She says, all right, listen up, folks. It sounds kind of funny what we're talking about here, but it actually means they still call that a heat-related illness when it's hypothermia. So when it's cold, primarily a heat-related illness is hypothermia, a condition where your body loses heat faster than it can produce it, resulting in a dangerously low body temperature, essentially the opposite of a heat stroke, and why it's called a heat-related illness. So if that helps, that's what he was saying. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a shit? But just so you know, that's what it is. All right. I just thought, it was bothering me.
Seems he's having potentially the opposite problem with his health now. Instead of being too cold, he's suffering from some sort of heat-related illness. We'll go over that when we go over all the jail notes I received. So I had put in a FOIA request recently, and I learned a lot. I asked them to please provide updated everything, the phone call logs, all this stuff, anything they could release under Florida sunshine laws from September 20th to the present, because I believe the last time I got updated information about Sterns and his jail happenings must have been around September 20th of last year. First, we can look at his property list. As of January 10th, 2025, it included 9 books. His inmate property inventory, I guess every so often. I don't know the rules of the jail, but there's an inmate property inventory. They're probably especially.
All right, let's thank Synth Server for the 10 Guilty of Crime memberships, guys. We appreciate you. And I'm not sure why we don't have this, but I'm going to read it out for you. They have in his property sheet, it said glasses, watch, rings, bra. Wait, why did they say that? Oh, there wasn't any of them. That's all he had was 9 books, guys. That's it. He had 9 books and they took them away. They should have replaced those 9 books with some messed up version of the Bible, or they should have given him like some black magic book to creep him out, man. That's what they should have done. I'd have taken his books and then I'd give him Jeffrey Dahmer case files and see how he liked that. Screw that guy. Thank you, Synth. I appreciate you. And if I miss anybody's, I promise I'll come back and thank him. I hope you guys appreciate that. We're doing a members only soon, guys. Doing a members only soon. It's getting there.
keeping an eye on him. This one is dated January 10th, 2025. So it looks like he has nothing like glasses, no watch, no rings, no bra, no necklace, no bracelets, no piercings,
Leave the
belts,
wall.
purses. None of that stuff. All this stuff is like, no, 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 no. The only thing we see in the property, it says
What up?
9 books, 9 books. And it's signed off. The inmate's signature is there too. You see his chicken scratch.
San Jose.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to read my signature either, probably, if you saw it. And it has the officer's signature. So Sterns signed off on this himself 12 days ago. No money or anything like that you would expect. Generally, I guess an inventory list like this for an inmate,
Right.
especially when they're first coming in, you know, they tend to have maybe cash on them, jewelry, whatever, all this stuff they can't, you know, it can be stored in their property, but they can't take it to their cell or the pods with them. And now, before we go over the notes and before we go over all the money he's getting, let's look at Sterns's call log. So it's very brief. I'm trying to remember what it was before. Remember before, if you look way back at the playlist, all the videos I've done last year about him and Maddie and Jennifer Soto, you might remember these strange phone numbers on his list and all these things. Well, the only number this time that I see Sterns calling and successfully talking to someone was related to his mother. It was a phone number attributed to Deborah Sterns, his mom, Deb, and it was on October 18th. And you see 4 15-minute phone calls. And I guess they started at 1:44 p.m. And I didn't understand why until I saw the notes. There was some kind of rolling phone that Sterns was able to use that day. At first I was like, what happened on October 18th, 2024? Anything interesting? Anything significant? I haven't found anything special yet, but I did see Sterns was talking to mommy a whole hour that day, 15-minute increments.
Yeah, his parents are two-faced guys. His parents will sit there and tell anybody what they think that they want to hear about their son, call him a monster, and then they get on the phone with him and they baby him. Now, we do know what books he had. We actually did a whole episode about that a while back. He has a whole bunch of origami type of books and just the nerdiest things that you could think of. And I love nerds, but not that nerd. Nerdy means you're smart. Normally, he's not that kind of nerd. So yeah, he had a bunch of things to kind of keep his mind going. And better late than never, y'all. Better late than never. All right, let's keep going.
Increments. It looks like he tried to call her back different times and it didn't connect. But, you know, he talked to her at 1:44. He spoke with her again at 2:17 p.m., at 2:49 p.m., at 2:52 p.m., and at 3:24 p.m. Now, I don't know what they talked about, but gotta be very interesting. I noticed also one thing that did not appear in his property list. There were no medications, no meds. Now, that doesn't mean that he isn't still being given medications. It's just the way I interpret it is he doesn't have any meds with him. Like if a person was newly arrested and they had their medication in their purse or whatever. So that doesn't mean he's not still getting medication. Remember all the medication he rattled off to officers during those early interviews. He takes this for anxiety, that for anxiety, or whatever, for apnea or insomnia. There's all this talk of Sterns's medication by himself and others, I believe, in those earlier interviews. So I was wondering, is he still getting which medications? I noticed, like when I go into prison.
I wonder if they're going to send those things. And how the heck does Paula get all these? You know, I got to tell you, there are more places that you have to fill out papers than anything. I think you might have to go directly to that particular prison. You have to go to, Osceola County for one, and then we're gonna have to talk about that, Bree. And Ninaska Mercedes, absolutely. Can you shout out my platoon? Canadian Med Relief for Ukraine. Some of the boys are drinking rum and say they will have the case solved in an hour. Well, shout out to the Canadian Med Relief for Ukraine. Shout out to the platoon. Shout out Ninaska Mercedes, and everybody in chat says hello and welcome. Happy Friday. Yeah, Paula is awesome. She is awesome. All right. Yeah, his parents are very two-faced. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. And I think Chris Sterns knows a lot more than he's saying. And I wonder if he's going to be called as a witness or what. Here's a shout out for the Canadian Med Relief Ukraine. Shout out, guys. Shout out with your rum or your whiskey or whatever. It's Friday night, baby. Yeah, she does full time YouTube. That's why she's able to do that. As long as well as Grizzly True Crime. If I did that full time, I would be able to do that too. I'm just not there yet, y'all. Not there yet, but one day. One day. All right, let's keep going. We love you, Paula.
In ministry to my local jail every month. Sometimes, we're in the room and we do a Bible study and stuff. And some of the women, the inmates, if it's medication time, they'll be right there. The guards or the officers will call them out, or they'll be in the hallway and they have to get their water and take their medications based on whatever condition we're talking about. So that's why I wondered, could this heat-related illness Sterns is suffering, could it be related at all to change in medications, withdrawal from the medications he took when he was on the outside? We don't know what he was getting legitimately and what he wasn't getting legitimately. If you go listen to, the interviews with Sterns's friends like Chase or whomever, you will see he talked about a lot of different substances Sterns took and the way he took them. And speaking of Chase's interview, that's another one.
Yes.
I'm still listening to it now. Allegedly speculating. She goes over that interview, but she also showed some new paperwork that I didn't get. Now, I got all these other documents, and I'll probably link them below if you want to download them and read. But she got one that shows Sterns' commissary in her recent video. I found that fascinating. I will link to her below again. And
I
you
didn't
can
see
see how
that.
fascinating it is. How much money Christopher Sterns is shelling out to Stephan still.
Yeah, I didn't see that either, Bree. Did you? Now, this is awesome, you guys. I got to tell you, we're kicking ass and taking names with the Madeline Soto case. And I think us working together is going to be so much more helpful than, we're trying to, I got this, but I don't want you to have this. And you got this. Allegedly speculating came on the scene not very long ago with less than 2,000 subscribers. And let me tell you, she's got about almost 5,000 subscribers now, because she goes in there, fills out the paperwork, and then she shares it. So shout out to her. Allegedly speculating. Please never change, girl. Please never change, because YouTube is a rough platform. Love your channel, Justice for Maddie. Absolutely. And I love you. I don't know who you are, but I love every time I see that, it makes me want to grr at Jen Soto. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, power in numbers. If people understood that more, we'd be just so much more powerful, you guys. My goodness. I think I want to talk to you guys. I'm so excited today. I can hear my house getting ripped up behind me, and I'm so excited, guys. So excited. You have no idea. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay for it, but like Paula says, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
He was paying the $600 per month or whatever it was to rent that Santa Maria condo room for Sterns, and that got a little bit too much for him. And that's why Sterns was supposed to move home to Northport, Florida in December, try and make his own way. His jobs kept falling through. But now he's in jail, probably off to prison whenever this trial happens. And you can see Christopher Sterns still shelling out the funds for his grown son, his 38-year-old son. And, I still have a heart for Chris and Deborah Sterns, no matter what they are, what kind of people they are. You hear bad things about them or whatever. I don't know. I still have a heart for them because I think of them as, okay, these parents, I don't know if they raised Sterns right or not. Can you blame parents for one child turned out great, one didn't? What can you say? I understand why Chris Sterns could not just turn off his love for Stephan just like that, as if it were a light switch. So he's still sending him money. You can see him shelling out $30 on Halloween on October 31st, 2024. And then also $30 on November 6th, 2024. $35 on November 13th, with Sterns turning right around and then spending $30.01 on unknown commissary. So we don't get to see what the
Now, this guy, I wish they didn't send him anything. I understand loving your child, and I understand having a child like Jeffrey Dahmer, how Dahmer's dad, his whole life mission was to try to figure out what went wrong. I understand that, but the way they treat Sterns, I'm not blaming them, but they're two-faced. In my opinion, they're two-faced people. that tell you anything, they smile in your face, and they go behind your back and do the next thing. Now, Stephan Sterns' brother wants nothing to do with that name, and he did change the spelling of his name, in my opinion, from what I heard. What's up, Princess Mish? I haven't seen you in a while. He changed it to Stearns to get rid of the Stearns. Ugh. Okay, yeah. Remember Stephan Sterns saying how they spent all their money in the interview? I do. Join the Facebook. Thank you, guys. All right, let's keep going. I want to get this. I did not see this. How did I miss this? You guys. Oh, I know how I missed it because I'm covering so many other cases. All right, let's keep going.
The heck he bought. I bet you he's buying books once we get to the notes section, unless his parents are just still sending him books. I don't know if Sterns can order any books on his own. I know when we go into the jails now, we can't just hand out Bibles willy-nilly like we used to be able to. I wish we could. They're very cool with us, but now it's a procedure where we have to take it up there, put it in the inmate's property. If they already have a Bible, they can't be grabbing more, because the inmates were literally, some of them were taking the Bibles, trading them in my local jail for commissary, maybe contraband. I don't know. But I was like, well, you know what? At least they found the word of God valuable enough. Someone probably traded it for sausage or whatever, cup of noodles, a razor. I don't know. You can't have razors. There's certain type of razors. I think they're really dull. Anyway, who knows what Sterns is buying with his commissary? But that's when a mysterious name we've all seen before on different channels. I've never mentioned this guy's name, but now that I researched him more, I was like, okay, it's public record.
Who
Now,
is
it
it?
shows up on the list as Lal Karam Shamshir, but his name is actually in a different order because they put the last name first. So it pops up again, this time on this list, for $10 he gave to Stephan Sterns on November 9th, 2024. So more on his interesting background I found in Kissimmee in a moment. I'll probably read that at the end.
We need to find
Chris
that guy.
Sterns, he's going on to pay Stephan Moore $50 on November 19th, 2024.
What?
And then the Lau guy pops up again, paying another $10 to Sterns a few days later on November 23rd, 2024.
All right, guys, something's up with that guy. I'm going to tell you, number one, either he's one of the people that Stephan was, trading or selling his junk to, those little stupid toys, which I hope in my heart of hearts that's the case. But in my mind, it says, I think I'm feeling like it's a more nefarious transaction of him getting CSAM and going back and forth, because I feel like most of Sterns' friends had to do with CSAM or something that had to do with trading it, selling it, whatever they were doing. I didn't believe that in the very beginning until I heard of how many other children were involved in those pictures. And then the Santa thing kind of convinced me. And then I realized, yeah, Chomo. Then I realized, man, there's a huge trafficking rink there in Florida, guys. Now I'm in San Jose here, and San Jose is more like you see the sex offender list, and you see who's who and who's registered, but we have other problems right here in San Jose. But in Florida, I think maybe because of all the people coming in from different ports of Florida, there's a lot of illegal people. There's a lot of people that can come in from different ways versus where I live, right? We have our own problems. There's a huge problem there, guys. I had no idea. So rethinking this, that I think they're going to find out something bigger. They're going to find out more people involved, and I'd sure love to find out who this guy is, you guys. Yeah, a lot of I didn't believe it until I heard all this. The Kissimmee, Orlando is full of trafficking stuff. And what's up, Sadie's mama? Good to see you. Just Teresa says, Plunder, Grizzly, and guilty of crime are highly respected by me. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Every person on YouTube is highly respected by me until they're not, and if they don't deserve it. Otherwise, I love everybody. I feel like we should work harder together to get better results. And before I even get into that, I wanted to show you guys this. It sticks with me. So if you don't know me a little better, my hand literally says, stay loyal. And the other one says, stay humble. Okay. And this has been my motto long before YouTube. You remember, I came from a background of a tattoo artist. I started tattooing the day I turned 18. And being a tattoo artist and being around those people is not for the faint of heart. Okay, but they do teach you to have respect for one another, to stay loyal with each other, and to work together. So if that says anything about me, those are my ethics with YouTubers as well. So anybody that's doing YouTube or wants or starting a channel now, come at me. I'll help you out. Let's do it together. All right. I just wanted to throw that out there because I keep seeing YouTubers pop up every day. They're popping up like Pop Tarts, folks. All right, let's keep going. I want to find out who this guy is now.
24. Now, Chris, again, he's shelling out $40 on November 24th, 2024, another $40 on November 29th, 2024. So it's like he's probably paying whatever he can afford because according to Access Corrections, you can pay an inmate up to $300 at a time. So Chris is probably like, okay, this is what I can afford right now. Now, after all, Thanksgiving was the previous day when he gave him that last $40 I just read. Thanksgiving was Thursday, November 28th, 2024. So maybe Chris was feeling a little bit nostalgic inside for the son that he had hoped Sterns would turn out to be. You know, all the hopes and dreams you have for your children. I can only imagine how Deb and Chris feel. And then this guy grows up to bring all this negative attention. He's accused of taking the life of a beautiful little girl, and I can't imagine being these parents. But on December 1st, 2024, Chris gave Sterns another $40. On December 8th, 2024, Chris gave him a whopping $60. That's the most I've seen on this list. Then on December 15th, 2024, Chris gave him two amounts, $20 and $35. So Christmas is approaching, and Stephan received $25 from his dad on December 19th, 2024, and then $35 on December 22nd, 2024. Now, when 2025 rolled around, Chris wasn't shelling out the $60 and the $40 here and there. I mean, it does add up, and perhaps his parents could be hurting for money because I don't know how this entire case has affected their careers. I feel like they were unwittingly and unwillingly, no matter what kind of job they might have done raising Sterns, I don't know. They were drawn into this tragedy, and being in the real estate business, whatever business
San
Chris Sterns
Jose,
is in,
what
I don't know
up?
how that impacted his business, what his son's accused of doing. I don't know how Deb's poodle business was impacted. So maybe they're hurting for money. So the amounts coming in were not as high as the $60 and the $40, but close. Chris gave Stephan $35 on January 11th.
No, that's not a lot of money. I got to tell you, they rip you off, and I don't even care. They rip you off in jail. Everything's marked up. It's like when you go to one of those grocery stores out in the country, and you know it only costs 99 cents for a Snickers, but they charge $4.99 for a Snickers. That's their problem. But I wish they weren't giving him anything. And Minnesota girl, thank you so much for the $1.99 super sticker. I do not, or super chat. I do not think Jen is door dashing. I can't imagine Jen door dashing. If she is, she better be doing it way low key because I'm telling you right now, somebody's going to hurt her. I have way too many people that I know, too many friends that I know, too many people in Florida that if they got 5 minutes alone or even 30 seconds alone with her, they don't care about going to jail. So I don't think she's door dashing. I think she is helping out with the kids over there. I think she's staying at Stephanie's house. They're laying low there. Maybe she walks around at night in the neighborhood to go for a walk and get her anxiety out. But she's not door dashing. I think she's helping with the house and with the kids over there. Yeah, prison is quite the racket. They also don't want you ever to get out. They make it they make it so you fail. They want you to fail and come right back in. If she we'll see her on someone's ring cam if she is, guys. We will. Someone will turn that in. All right, let's keep going on this guy.
11th, 2025, and the same amount on January 5th, 2025. Sterns purchased commissary. We don't know what it was. He gave him similar amounts right after Christmas, December 29th, 2024. I think he gave him $35 there. And I'm not sure if he uses Access Corrections, but Sterns is indeed listed there with his little recipient ID and his name, Stephan M. Sterns. Now, we're going to go through these notes, the most interesting highlights. I'll put them on the screen. Maybe we'll talk about all of them, but I especially want to focus on Friday, October 18th, when he received time on his rolling phone. It says it does work for him to use. Assigned tablet to ISO cell is broken. No other tablet is available for that cell location, whatever that means. So I had to look up a rolling phone. That's a phone where you can have calls in a secluded area or when a patient or inmate themselves cannot reach a phone for communication. And so he took advantage of that to call his mommy, apparently October 18th, for 4 15-minute segments. It tripped me out. I was like, okay, these are the only phone calls listed since we last covered his phone calls. Now, I don't know the emails. Getting the emails is not as simple a process as asking the jail for them. I think those have to go through the state's attorney. And I just got an email from the state's attorney asking them to invoice me on a lot of these records. So we'll see what they come up with. But the jail, we just see like the phone call.
Yeah, just do that. Send me an invoice, Paula, and send me all the stuff while you're at it. But you know what? I just thought about this too. Now we're talking about Jen Soto. She doesn't need to work because she's on disability and she's not paying the condo anymore. I don't know what daddy's doing with it, but I got to tell you, she doesn't need to work. But her mom does have a business, and I know that Jen has worked for her mom in the past doing paperwork and such because she owns that. It's not even real estate, it's like tax and it's some weird ish she's got going on. So I think she's doing behind the scenes paperwork and stuff. And I don't think door dashing for women, I would hate to say that because my little sister lived out here for a while, my sister-in-law, and she was a door dasher. You don't even really see the people. You take the food, you drop it on their porch, take a picture, and you dip. So I don't know about that. I mean, I guess she could do it if she stays out of people's way. Yeah, Jen helping with the kids is a joke, but I'm telling you right now that there's a lot of kids over there, and I'm pretty sure that they're just having her there doing that. I mean, they must be, guys. It is a joke, but it's true. I
All
think.
history. So in terms of actually talking to someone, it sounds like he only talked
No,
to his mom
I don't
for a
think
full
so.
hour, October 18th, 2024. I can't wait to hear those jail phone calls. So he's not out there every day on the phone. You know how other
What?
people are over there on phone calls from prison listening to like Wade Wilson's phone call.
Yeah, I can't do that, guys. As much as I love you guys, I feel like listening to Wade Wilson's phone calls would be an injustice for me because we're not talking about the victims anymore. No one even really remembers their names, Diana and Christine. Nettie, comment away. Somebody could drop her a link. That'd be great. She wants a membership, y'all. Nettie wants a membership. So drop a link for a membership. We'll also be gifting them. Thank you so much. Keep commenting, girlfriend. And thank you so much. I'm going to say Jesus Certified or JC, whatever you want me to call you, girl. I'm going to say thank you so very much for that super sticker. And this is my little happy avocado. So I'm going to say it's a happy avocado. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you guys' pictures down there. Your pretty selves. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. All right, let's keep going.
I don't really listen to those. Ernest Williams, Nesto Williams, you know how people are eating up. They have so many phone calls, which I can understand. People in jail want to talk to family. They want the updates. They want to hear a voice. So there's like phone call after phone call. With Sterns, it looks like there won't be a ton of them. We've only heard one. I'm still trying to get the others. And then we'll talk about Sunday, November 10th. I'll show you on the screen where there was an excessive amount of books removed for some reason. And then on Christmas, how he refused to shower. And then that January 18th, where he was rehoused to medical. So let's kind of look at this. The most recent notes are at the bottom. And I noticed there aren't notes necessarily for every day, and some of them are kind of out of order. I'm looking at Sterns' big capital murder case, and I see that he did have a hearing held October 14th, 2024. So I'm paying attention to that date. As I'm looking, remember when he showed up unexpectedly in the courtroom and he had a haircut, and they're going to mention a haircut. Oh, and I see here it was right before his appearance. Yep. So let's just look at all these. I'm trying to like put the picture together to figure out the timeline of what he's doing. So starting with September 20th, Friday, Sterns requested access to the tablet and was subsequently allocated time to use it during Alpha shift. Now these tablets the inmates tend to have only specific
look at that
things. So
make it rain.
just like surf the net unless they've learned how to break it or have a contraband tablet or something, or, you know, he shouldn't be able to hit the dark web or do anything crazy on that tablet. That's another reason
We just gifted 11 memberships, guys. I really hope that you get one. Guilty of Crime, Avis, my girl, gifted one, or 5, and JoJo gifted one. So 11 memberships. I hope that you guys get one. All right, let's keep going. Oh man, you wouldn't be surprised. She's talking about what they talk about on the tablet, you guys. Some people forget. Can I tell you what? They forget that they're talking on a tablet. And if they don't forget, you know what they think? They talk on a tablet and they think that because, oh, I'm not that special. They got so many other inmates. They're not even going to look at it. They're looking at it, guys. I've seen some real nasty stuff come from those tablets that they got going on. And as a matter of fact, I always want to say Naziah's name anyway, Naziah Harris. That tablet Naziah was using was issued from Detroit, and she was saying, her and Jarvis were saying nasty things, and it got pulled from that. So just imagine what people are talking. I mean, we know Wade Wilson, right? I'm sure some of you guys, I'm guilty of listening to some of those damn text messages, and they're disgusting, you guys. So I bet you we're gonna find something. Something's gonna come out.
I was thinking why Sterns maybe only had one phone call with his mom, 4 of them on one day.
Who?
And it was probably to talk about what happened in
No,
the hearing.
Uncle.
But since he's probably still emailing his parents back and forth, and Lord knows who else, maybe he uses that messaging email system more than talking on the phone. We'll know when we get the messages. So basically, I think they just write the notes when something of note happened that day. And so you will see September 22nd, September 17th, September 26th, all the time he was offered an opportunity to shower and he declined. September 26th, per confinement review meeting, inmate will remain PC, protective custody, house alone for safety reasons. Inmate
not
has
on my
recreation.
channel.
So I don't know what he does with his rec time. I can only imagine. I've never been inside Osceola jail. I know all I can relate it to is my local jail. And, we go in, God calms me down, and we go into this room and where we have our Bible study. And it's cool because they've redesigned it and they have
go a little bit more
wherever
forward.
he is to talk to his mom. October 23rd, had inmate use tablet from CE. Found that tablet works in CE. What is CE? Is that a part of the jail? Does it mean something else? Some of these acronyms, I just don't know. I've researched a lot here. Allow inmate Sterns to use tablet in CE. They now work for him. A shift watch CDR advised. October 23rd, inmate Sterns is allowed to use rolling phone located in CE. Make sure to plug it on the outside over CE officer desk for usage. But I didn't see him using it for the 23rd. But on the 23rd, he did use the kiosk to order commissary. Again, the next day, he's refusing a shower. He's remained housed alone in PC for safety reasons. So imagine this is shortly after, 10 days after his first time appearing in court in person. So I'm sure, the media attention, it goes in waves. We follow it closely, but I'm sure it was like maybe more explosive. And then Sterns is probably like, oh no, more inmates know about me. I better not shower and just chill or something. Again, October 25th, he refused to shower. He was offered a tablet. He was able to get on it. And then they collected the tablet from the inmate. Here we go. Halloween, that same day that his dad gave him money. He will remain housed alone. Safety reasons. He has recreation. Okay, on November 4th, though, he was offered a shower and he actually showered. I thought it was gonna say refused. He literally showered and he was given the tablet on Charlie shift.
Appreciate
Sunday, November 10th. An excessive amount of books removed, inventoried, and secured in property released from inmate's cell. So remember, we did see that before. Sterns was talking with his parents about books. It was like, I can find that file. I want to say Andromeda Strain was on there. I remember Michael Crichton, and there's other ones in the list. He was wanting his parents to get him from Amazon and barely saying thank you. So perhaps he has like his little growing library of books. I don't know if his lawyer can bring him any or anything, but obviously it was growing to an excessive amount of books. Again, I do think Sterns is well read. That doesn't mean I'm complimenting him. It's just an observation. So the very next day, November 11th, he was offered recreation and refused. So he's
now, these must be the newer ones because we've seen so I see that. Monday, January 20th. I can see what he's got going on. So this is a lot of the same thing, guys. He doesn't like to shower. He doesn't want to go outside. He's afraid, and I don't blame him. I do want them to accidentally let him get out of PC and see something happen to him. So I'm gonna take a look at this real quick, and then I'll read it myself and fast forward it. If I had the documents, I don't know that she put them on Patreon. I would have read them myself. You know, I like using my own stuff. Yeah, Stinky Sterns, right? Stinky Sterns. Yeah, and I hope you guys get a membership. I'm doing my best to gift, guys, and we're all doing our best to gift. I know we have a certain, certain thing we could do, and yeah, it's just how it is. I just paid some of my money to the people doing my house, which I want to show you guys afterwards. I will show you afterwards what my house looks like. I'll post it for members only. I don't want everyone seeing that. Okay, so in here on January 20th, we're at January 24th right now. I mean, he's doing the same thing. He's rehoused. So, he actually showered, guys. Saturday, January 18th, inmate showered on Charlie's shift. Then on that same day, they rehoused him to medical. And then on they're going backwards. January 17th, he refused to shower many times before he showered. He also refused recreation. He refused his dinner tray. So they're going backwards. He didn't shower. He refused a shower over and over and over. So they started off in November. I'm going to come into December. I'm going to go after Christmas. He refused to shower, guys. On Christmas, he said, I'm not taking a shower. He refused recreation for safety safety conditions. And then he refused his meal on December 31st. He also, per confinement meeting, inmate will remain housed alone on New Year's. I think he thought someone was coming for him, guys, because between Christmas and New Year's, he was really, really extra careful. You should see this. It's talking about him just refusing everything. Like he didn't even want his meal, didn't want to go out, didn't want to shower. So they kept him alone. He refused his dinner tray on January 16th. January 17th, he refused to shower, and then they rehoused him to medical. Let me fast forward this a little bit more because that's basically what I was telling you. Yeah, he is at very high risk of someone just offing him, guys. And I don't blame them. That I think if that was to happen, if it were to happen, it would absolutely be another Jeffrey Dahmer. If somebody got a hold of him, guys. Bernice, you say I'm out. Peace. And I'm sorry that you didn't get a membership. You don't have to be on the channel to get a membership, by the way. Oh, prisoners already got Jarvis butts. They sure did. He walked in limping because they got Jarvis butts so bad, hopefully in the butt. All right, let's keep going. I do want to redirect you guys at 6 and tell you some important things because I want Deception Detective to analyze some audio that I have. All right, let's keep going.
According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons Prevention and Management of Heat-Related Illness, there's a clinical guide. Symptoms of HRI range in severity from mild and self-limiting to catastrophic organ failure and death. Well, I don't think it's too catastrophic because if he was able to shower, because we see here, he was rehoused to medical that morning at 7:42 a.m.
Look at that.
But he was able to shower January 18th, the same day at 12:27. So I don't think it's something where he was that debilitated, whereas whatever he was treated with, he was able to shower then.
Yep.
There's 4 different types, basically, of HRI, which are heat cramps, heat syncope, which I...
All right, so y'all, I've never been to jail or anything. I've never been in the back of a cop car, never been arrested, never, nothing. But I know people that I've known people that go into prison or jail, and in medical, you're going to be much more comfortable. In my opinion, I think that he went into medical because he wanted the comfort. I'm sure that in medical, they're not going to keep it at 32 degrees. You're probably going to get an extra blanket. A lot of times they'll give you, your little socky socks and maybe a different kind of meal if you say, oh, my tummy hurts. So in my opinion, I think that's what happened. I think he went into medical. Yeah, they're more relaxed in there and you get more attention. All right. Now, his heat related illness we talked about wasn't necessarily heat related. It's what I read to you earlier about hypothermia, him actually being so cold that they call it that. All right, let's keep going.
I guess is like fainting or passing out, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. And then the military recognizes a fifth category, heat injury. So I looked up, his custody records once again. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What happened with him? Stephan Michael Sterns, he's 38, white male, in the Osceola County Corrections, still in custody since March 1st of last year. And I'm wondering, maybe it's just hot in the jail recently due to, these record Arctic cold temperatures. There's like snow in Texas and in Florida and down south and all that. And so maybe they're
cold as
cranking
hell.
up the heat in there. Could that
My
be
goodness,
what's
you
happening?
guys.
So I kept researching it. It said,
I love you so much. Thank you so much, Lisa Fazio. You're the best. She gave me $49.99 super sticker. She did that the other day ×2. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm here for you, girl. If you need anything, I'm gonna post these later, but take a look at my room, guys. It's just a bunch of sticks. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Yeah, my house is they knocked out the walls. Look at that. They knocked all the walls out. They're finally putting insulation in, but I don't have any. I'm freezing too, guys. I'm in there like in my house. It was 43 degrees in my house last night, guys, and that's where we slept. So thank you, girlfriend. It's not forgotten, trust me. And I appreciate you as well as JoJo. Please stay until the end of chat. Yes, let's keep going. I don't want to keep you guys forever, but I am going to do Sebastian next.
Heat-related illnesses in jails and prisons can include heat stroke, dehydration, organ damage, and kidney disease.
I hope
These
so.
illnesses can be deadly, especially for people with chronic illnesses or
Thank you,
mental health
Jamie.
conditions. So the causes can be climate change, making heat extremes more dangerous in jails and prisons, or lack of air conditioning. Now, I'm sure they probably have a lot of air conditioning in that jail, I would presume.
Because it's too cold.
Many jails and prisons in the U.S. don't have air conditioning. I don't know. When I go into my local jail, sometimes I know that room can be kind of hot, but most times it's pretty temperate. It's pretty comfortable. It says poor design. Many jails and prisons aren't designed to be comfortable or humane. And it says mental health conditions. Many psychiatric medications
That's okay,
make it
girl.
harder
Don't worry.
for the body to regulate heat. So based on if Sterns is on any
Look at
type
this
of
girl, man.
medications for, like psychiatric
Bless your heart.
medications, I know Jennifer talked about hers. I'm not really remembering Sterns's off the top of my head. Could that have affected him,
Yeah, let me just tell you real quick. I can't sleep in the camper because I need to take Reese to school and I need to work. We'd have to go to a whole other place, but they're working on it right now. So I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad. I'm just telling you what's going down right now. And they're starting to put insulation. They just ripped out my entire room and they're filling it back up with insulation. So I'm telling you, God is amazing and things are moving. That's what I'm saying. But yes, I was freezing last night, guys. We were all freezing last night. We made it. We're okay. We're still here.
Impacted him? Who knows? Now let's talk about this guy, Kuram Lau, who is giving Sterns money.
Exactly.
$10 here, $10 there. And I forget on the previous list, he gave him money too. And I didn't cover it because I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Well, what I found, classmates.com does show a man by the name of Kuram Lau. And that's a pretty, I think, unique name because I couldn't find many other people named that. He went to Osceola High School at least sometime between 1984 and 1986. He was in high school around the time Sterns was born. So I was like, these two didn't go to high school together. He does look older than Sterns. I believe Googling this particular man, he's around my age. If memory serves, he's around 55. So I don't know if he could have been a family friend of Sterns or if he just knows him from the news. Classmates.com only has a couple of entries for a man named Stephan Sterns in between the years of 2000 and 2004. Cherokee High School in Canton, Georgia, and Sequoia.
I don't think that guy went to school with Stefan. I think he either has to do with that PEDO ring or he has something to do with some of those damn toys he's selling, you guys. So let's keep going. She really wants to figure that out, and so do I, but I think we're going to go back and look. Farah Aranch became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. And Lisa Fazio, if you just won the lotto, girl, you're all our new best friend. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I've seen that happen before on other shows like The Lawyer You Know, and I'm like, wow, blessed. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've seen that happen a few times, so thank you. We love you, and we're here for you. Virgo Square, hi everyone. Patricia in New York. Patricia in New York, thank you. Sometimes I see Virgo 2 Taurus, and I'm like, wait, is that the name or is that the... Yes, I am going to get heated blankets after and before I pick up my daughter. Thank you. Soon, guys, soon. I'm going to take you on a tour and my house will be done. Only 11 months later. Love you guys. Hey, we still have our lives. We're here looking at this nasty potato on there, and her daughter's no longer alive. We can feel a little bit cold and be okay, and we still have our lives, but that young lady doesn't because of that nasty potato and that awful guy that's hiding behind her. May she rest in peace, by the way, guys. Love you guys. Yeah, heating blankets are definitely worth it. Definitely. All right. Look at her. Ugh.
High School in Canton, Georgia. Didn't have any photos of Stephan, unfortunately. Probably the same Stephan.
All right, let's keep
also
going.
suspected of knocking on the window of an apartment in the Dorado complex on April 27. When the residents looked outside, he allegedly did the same thing in front of her. He then ran 60 feet away to another apartment and did the same thing, said Lockwood. My goodness. Ugh. Lockwood said the suspect cut his way into the patio in one of the Dorado apartment victims on May 12. He's cutting through someone's apartment patio.
Oh,
Police
I know.
identified Lau as a suspect, and 2 victims identified him through a photo lineup. He is charged with attempted burglary to a dwelling with an assault therein, lewd act in the presence of a child, and 2 counts each of burglary to a dwelling and committing an unnatural and lascivious act. Ooh. Lockwood said police believe there may be many more victims. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact police. I don't know how much time he served. I couldn't find him or his record. You know, maybe people know more about this whole incident since it was 1993. It was a long time ago, but I find it fascinating. The same name is popping up on Sterns's "Let Me Give You Money" list. And I'm wondering, what's the connection? I'm sure, you know, I don't want to say too much. I'm not going to slander anyone. I'm not going to libel anyone. I'm only presenting whatever facts I found. I'm not even publishing the photos I found, but I'm just reading off the names. Hey. It makes me wonder, what was the connection here? You know, I know
we're gonna
Chris
find
Sterns
out.
is likely just giving Stephan money out of love. And like I say, I'm sure you can't turn off the love from a child you've raised since a baby, your son.
Kinda.
It would be hard to turn off the love. And I understand why his mom would speak to him.
Yeah, we don't want any haters here. And I get you, Mummy, Mahmood. I appreciate you. Anywhere you go, you're going to get haters. Trust me. I was on this morning excited about the new content, and I had people just talking bad for no reason. So I appreciate that. Now, Lisa Fazio, super stickers are not like Cash App, only because YouTube loves taking 30% and Cash App is direct. So when you get Cash App, you don't pay YouTube 30%. But girl, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm going to say thank you, thank you, thank you. But if that was your question, YouTube takes 30%, Cash App takes 0%. What's up, PGH Deb? How you doing? Yeah, haters abound. No matter what you do, people are gonna hate on you. So you might as well do your best and let them, right, guys? Yeah, my Cash App is right there, my love. You see right below, it's Cash App. It's Twisted J. It's a $ and then twisted JAI. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, no matter what you do, people are gonna love you or they're gonna hate you. It's all good. Let's keep going. Paula knows. I don't know how you could not like Paula. And sometimes I read the comments on her page. I'm like, what's wrong with these nasty people?
For an hour on the phone. And even if you're truly disappointed in something a person has done, it doesn't
Hypnosis.
mean you
Woo.
necessarily cut them off cold turkey.
Thank
Some people
you.
do. You love them
Appreciate
from
you.
afar. You pray for them, whatever. You pray for their victims more. But I did wonder about the connection. I think that's everything I
you.
wanted to say. And now I'm downloading this body cam
Thank
video.
you.
Finally, downloading it straight from Kissimmee that the YouTuber allegedly speculating already has. So thank her for that. I have my own raw copy, so you'll probably see me edit it into this video.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can end there, but it really has me thinking, and this is why I was like, let me read this verse. Jude 1:12 through 13.
right.
These men are hidden reefs, elements of.
And we'll keep it there. I can read it for you guys. I love how she does things like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that Paula lets God or Jesus lead her. And I'm glad that works for her and many other people that do. Terry Jones, you're right. And I love the you know what? It's exhausting trying to get everyone to like you. It's never going to happen. But who cares? We have our lives. So people can, when we're talking about victims, they need their voice and we're here for them. We don't care what people think about us. You got to just move on from that. Change my name, ego, make this easier. P.S. Love Paula. Yes, there you go. You're Patricia in New York, baby. And you got one of my favorite movies of all times there, little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I loved him. I love that movie, guys. I love it. All right, what do you guys want to do now? I still have 722 people in here, and I've got this Sebastian case I was gonna put on at 6, but since I have everyone over here, do you guys want to hear this? Because it's pretty crazy to hear it's pretty crazy to hear Chris Proudfoot talk the way he does about his children and CPS, and then to hear DD, it's mind-blowing. And we have 28 minutes, so should I roll you guys over to that? And how do I roll them over to that, you guys? Do I put the link down here? Because I'm already on there. I just don't want to drop you guys off. How do I do that? How do I roll everybody into that? Anybody know? Yeah, the Woody Allen syndrome. Yes, that's on the docket too, Virginia. We got the Woody Allen syndrome. Okay, let me see how I can do this. How in the heck can I roll them over, you guys? How can I roll okay, I could drop the link down there. Is that what I do? Because I know you guys want to hear it. I know you guys want to know what's happening. Let me open up another let me see if they let me do that. Open up another StreamYard and then drop you guys the link. I don't want you guys to miss it. All right, invite guests. Wait. Well, if I invite guests, then how do I? Okay, I can open it here. Oh, you know what? Are you guys? I could drop the link. I got it. I have never done this before that way. You got it, Jojo? Is that the link there? Is that the link for the live? All right, I'm going to hop on there and go ahead and do that. I think that's the link for the live, guys. So I'm going to drop this off, say goodbye to you right now. Let me give you the link to the next one. It's starting early, but I haven't been able to freaking get this out there, and I really, really, really want it out there. I really want DD to do this too. I really want him to. All right, here it is, guys. There it is. Let me put that up there. I dropped my own link. There's the next live. I put it there. All right, love you guys. There's 682 people. Go over to there right now, Sebastian Rogers. Let's get this done. Love you guys. And thank you again for everybody that donated. Lisa Fazio, love you, girl. Thank you. You have my heart already. I don't know you, but I want to know you. All right. I'll see you guys on the next stream. I'll be right over there.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?